What's going on, guys? Big Time 110 here, and today I want to show you guys a ROM called Resurrection Remix for our OnePlus 7 Pro. Now this ROM, it was on the XDA for a while, then something happened, it was abandoned, but it's back on the forum. So without further ado, let's get into it, guys. So as you can see, Face Unlock works really great. The ROM comes with two launchers installed. It comes with the option to get the Pixel launcher or get the Trebuchet. But for me, the Trebuchet launcher was force closing, so hopefully it works for you. If we go to network and internet, under mobile network, we do have voice over LTE and also Wi-Fi calling, so it's good to know that it's working here. Moving quickly to the display, we know we have a dark theme, we have nightlight, we have theming, we have font size, the usual. We also have a screen refresh rate that you could choose. We also have full screen apps, lock screen display, and as you can see, we have all these options here available for your choosing. We have pocket detection, tap to wake. Under theming, here we get to choose the fonts, we get to choose icons, and the wallpaper. So if you can see, under fonts, we have lots of fonts. We have the default, we have the LG, Nokia, etc. We have so many, I'm pretty sure you'll find one. We have my favorite, Google Sans. Next, you could choose the icons, and you could also choose the color and also primary color that you want to set as your theme, and even choose the shape of the icon. So whatever you like, set it as. And then you can just save it. Now, if we go back under clock, we do have a lot of options here. So that's another thing that I like about the Open Beta 14, that it had so many options available for us that going back to a normal ROM without them, it's not the same. So I'm glad that this one has all these options. And it has my favorite, of course. So you can see, that's exactly how I like it. Fingerprint reader works real good. Okay, time to move on to the OnePlus settings real quick, and let's check them out. As you can see here, we have high brightness mode. We also have DC dimming. We also get panel modes. Here, we don't get a lot of options, but at least we get a couple. So you either get vivid or it's RGB. Now we have the vibration notification slider. We also have the vibrator system strength. Now that's a feature that I want to see more in other ROMs. So moving on to system, here we got gestures. We have the gestures, sets the navigation gesture. So here we have the 2-button and the 3-button navigation. So choose what you like. Now let's move on to what we want to see, which is the resurrection tools. Here we have status bar. So you can see we have the clock and date. Here you could choose the position of the clock. You can also choose to show the AM, PM, the seconds, the date, the font, anything you like here. If we go back, we got network traffic. You can turn it on and off. We got the notification ticker here. Also, turn it on and off. We have the battery bar so that you can customize your battery and also use a different color. We also have icons. You could set an icon. You can set it to the left, to the right. Choose what you like. Here we got system icons. You could turn on the voice over LTE icon or turn it off if you don't like it. You could also turn off the show 4G icon, etc., etc. If we move on to carrier label, here, you already know. If you go to status bar weather, it's on the top left. You'll see an icon and the degrees. Now, if we move to status bar gestures here, you got tap to sleep and slide your finger to decrease or increase your brightness. Under status bar tuner, here you can just turn off whatever icon you don't want to see, just like me. I always turn on and turn off NFC. If we go to quick settings, here we got so many options here for your quick settings, like vibrate to touch, background blur, if you want to see it see-through, if you want to have it blur, etc. Here's where we do it. We also have the battery options here. So here you could enable the battery percentage, the location, and the style, and even the estimate on the header. We also have the recent, so you could change the recent type. We have volume panel. So here you could change your volume. So when you press up on the volumes, you'll see which options to appear. Here's where you would choose that. So you can see I only have 3: Bluetooth, calls, and media. If we move on to system, we have the navigation options here as well. We have the power dialog, which is the long press to power, and you'll have some options there. So here's where you would turn on those options. So as you can see, I have all those, including the advanced, because I want to be able to reboot to the bootloader or the recovery without having to hold buttons. So moving on, we have parts. Here in parts, we have buttons. So I guess if you have your navigation buttons, you could. Also here we have the long press for torch, and you also have the automatic turn off. So choose whatever time you need to have it turned off. And we have other options available here, like the reorient the keys when you're in landscape, etc. If we go to system profiles, here you could create your own profiles. Now we also have charging sounds and wireless charging sounds, so you can change that. We have smart pixels, and we have the burn-in protection. Make sure you activate that because OnePlus is not the best when it comes to burn-in. We also have rounded corners, so if you don't like the way the rounded corners look, you could adjust them to your liking. Under sound, we have a lot of different options, so you could change the steps and volumes. System UI Tuner, here you have many options available. Under vibration and haptics, you have a lot of options like in-call vibration, the ringtone, and you could change the haptic feedback. Now I gotta say, guys, this vibration feels really strong. Moving on to animation, here you could choose whatever animation you want. You know I love CRT, so I'm gonna turn it on. Also, if we go to system animation, you have a lot of different options here. I don't touch that. I just leave it as is because that's how I like it. But you're welcome to change whatever you like. We also get the screen refresh right here in case you don't find it. If we move on to interface, we have the fingerprint settings here. You could choose a different icon if you don't like the stock icon. If you want to represent resurrection, you could choose their icon. Also, we have the behavior, so you could choose the green one, the white one, or the cyan if you don't like the green. And also, if you like, you could have it match your wallpaper automatically. And here are some of the animations. Like, for example, you get all these animations. Cool is that, guys? I love the McLaren, so I keep that. But let me just show you a couple, okay? Let me double tap to sleep. Let's wake it up. Boom. You saw that? It was a subtle pose. Check this one out. This one's pretty cool. Double tap. Boom. You saw that? That's cool. Let's go back to my favorite, the McLaren. Moving on to the lock screen, we have a lot of other information like the charge animations. These are really cool. So when you're charging your phone, this is what you'll see. I also turn on charging info, battery info, all those stats I like to see. Quick settings, we have the music visualizer, we have edge lighting, you can choose whatever color you want, and we also have the media blur for when you're playing the music. Under heads up, we have all these options, but like I said, I don't touch that, so we're good. If we go to dashboard, we have some settings like icons, and I'll leave that as is because I don't plan on changing it. This ROM comes with a dedicated gaming mode, so here you could choose all the options like block notification, lock buttons, disable automatic brightness, ringer on silent, etc., etc. And you could even add your games that would trigger that gaming mode automatically. So I like that. We also have a mute visualizer. And we have also under miscellaneous blink the flashlight on call. A lot of people like that. And we also have the show all on display when charging. Three finger gestures for the screenshot. We have the kill app, we have disable force close notifications, and much more. Now, under miscellaneous, let's go to weather. Here is where you choose what type of service you want, how you want it to look, and if you want to have it on your status bar. Under charging though, guys, every ROM should have this, and I love this feature. smart charging. I always enable it. I make sure that it stops at a different trigger and starts at a trigger of charging. So big plus to that. I like that. So guys, this ROM is really good. I would recommend it to anybody. This has the 90 frames, 90 hertz working great. It has the Oxygen OS camera built in. If you don't like the regular camera, which it comes with a regular camera, but it also comes with the Oxygen OS camera, so a good thing. And also, the ROM is really nice and solid. Battery was really good. The face unlock works great all the time. I didn't feel like the phone was getting warm. I did flash it over the OnePlus Beta 14 though. So, but everything worked great. So you can see, let me show you guys the camera real quick. This is the regular Oxygen OS camera. And just like take a picture real quick. Let's take a test picture real quick of my G1. That's an original phone, by the way. I just found it just recently. And it still works, surprisingly. But yeah, what you expect from the camera, takes real nice pictures. So, guys, with that being said, thanks so much for watching the videos. I know this was longer than expected, but there was so much to cover with this ROM. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you try out the ROM. You won't be disappointed. And with all that being said, guys, thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.